So this is from Mellow Pop, another radio station in Thailand. And the first question, yeah, they want to get to know you. Who are you? And how did your career as a singer begin?
Well, hi, I'm Dagny, and I'm a singer-songwriter and artist from Norway. And I make music that is very high, normally very high energy and pop music, full of energy and optimism. But right now, I'm also working on a new album, and the album is a bit more organic, 90s inspired. I play a lot of shows and try and travel the world as much as I can. Started music because I wanted to write music, really. I mean, it was the songwriting that inspired me at first. And I think for me, like, songwriting was a really nice way of putting a feeling into a song. And I think that the second I picked up an acoustic guitar and I started writing songs, I don't think I've ever really looked back, to be honest.
Yeah, so that's you, Dagny, and it's glad to see you here today. So let's go on to the next question. What songs are included in your album, your new album, ELLE? What makes this album special?
I think, well, first of all, the songs that are that I've released so far this year, which is Heartbreak in the Making, Same Again for Love, and Ray-Bans, are all going to be on the album. Album is part of a mini trilogy, like a mini album trilogy. So there's going to be 3 mini albums consisting of 8 songs. And I wanted to write an album that was more organic sounding, a bit more band driven. And I think also this album is a bit more melancholic and vulnerable than some of my previous songs. And for me, really, this album has been exciting to work on because I wanted to be inspired by something else than I was inspired by on the previous album. And it took some time to find that, but the second I wrote Heartbreak in the Making, I felt like, okay, this is a sound that I'm really inspired by, and I'm really really trying to create that sound and stick to my what's it called? I feel like a lot of ownership for this album. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's all about your album, and I can't wait to listen to the whole 3 albums. Yeah, in the trilogy. So next question: what does this album mean to you?
As a songwriter and as a musician, you always try and put how you're feeling and what you're thinking about into music, and so naturally, you know, it means it's like capturing a time, really, in my music that I'm going to be able to look back at when I listen back to this record in 10 years. And I think, like, trying to capture again a little bit more of that vulnerable side has been difficult, but also really exciting, because I want to continue to grow and show new sides to my music and also to myself. And I really feel like I've managed to capture that a bit more in this sound that we're working on at the moment. So it shows that there's, you know, that I'm not just limited. I'm not just like limited to the same sounds throughout my career, but I can do different things. And that is really inspiring to me.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting, and I think music should convey something, some feelings or some parts of yourself or your emotions, right?
Definitely. If not, then, you know, to me, then it's it doesn't make as much sense if it's not able to, like, capture an emotion. So so yeah, that's so true. Music is all about feelings and emotions.
Okay. Before you have released the mini album, how did the singles Heartbreak in the Making and Same Again for Love performed in terms of charts or any trend on social media? How was it?
Oh my God, I'm really not the right person to ask because for me, like I spend so much time writing the songs and recording the songs and thinking about the songs. But the second I put them out into the world, I feel like they just like go and live their own life. And I love seeing how they connect with my fans. I love seeing them, listening to them and singing them. And I love when they come to shows, but I don't really spend a lot of time looking at, how much it's streaming or how well it's performed on charts and stuff, because I feel like that's not my main focus. My main focus is to try and capture, as we said, a feeling in the song and to connect with my fans. But I think it can become really unhealthy if you start getting driven only by numbers.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
So I leave that to someone else.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I have to say that to convey feelings or to connect with listeners is more important than to focus on numbers or sales or streams. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes you do a song and it doesn't stream as much as some of your other songs, but for the people who are connected to that song, for them that song is so important. And so for me, that's enough. It doesn't have to. I don't have to make music for everyone, but I hope that I make music for someone, and that when they listen to it, it means something to them.
Perfect. Yeah. And then another question. What is your major role in making this album? Did you come up with all the concepts or ideas of the album yourself?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like for me, part in the writing, and then I spend a lot of time in the studio with the producer, and we try things and we try new things, and we craft the songs into becoming the finished song. So I'm part of that. But then for me also, like, I love working on the visual side of things. I love thinking about, the concept and how, you're going to make an album feel as a whole and not just, lots of different singles. And so for me, like, it was so fun to come up with this idea of mini albums, because, then you can create a new world for each album. But then it's important to say that, music for me has never been a one-man show. I have amazing people, both on songwriters and producers and creatives and management and booking, and all of these people make a huge difference, and it's a team effort. And I'm really happy because we inspire each other, and I think it would be really lonely to be doing all of this by myself, and I don't think I could have done it all by myself. So it's a team effort, but I'm very involved in every side of things, and particularly, of course, the music and the visuals and the concepts, because that's all needs to come from me,
From your
I guess.
heart.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then as there are 3 albums of the trilogy, what makes each album different from one another?
Well, I mean, I think it's still too early to say too much about the next 2 chapters, but I mean, the idea is that each album is gonna try and capture one part of my personality. So I think as people, we are like complex, and I have one part of me that's very hopeless, romantic, and vulnerable, and then you have other periods or other days where you're just like, I don't want to, I don't believe in love, or maybe you're a bit rebellious, maybe you're a bit rebellious is a good word, I think. And then you have another part of you that's like, independent and strong, and so I think, like, the idea is for each of these mini albums to be an extended, exaggerated version of my personality. Yeah.
As the single Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think, you know, this is something that I'm not just me, but a lot of people are really good at. You know, you realize how many people you meet throughout the week and throughout the day, and
Mm,
you know, you don't know how they're really feeling or what they're really going through, in the same way that they might not know what I'm feeling or what I'm going through. And I think this was like really interesting thing to be thinking about in the process of making the song, that sometimes, you know, you're going through something, and the second you leave the house, you're going to work, you have to put on a brave face, and it's reminding me that I need to be like better at just asking people around me, how are you really doing? Yeah.
Okay, that's all about Ray-Ban's your new single. And then if you have a chance to perform or have a fan meet in any foreign country, what would be the country you would like to visit first?
Well, that would have to be Thailand, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And
I would
have
love
you
to.
had any chance to visit Thailand?
I've been to Thailand quite a few times, actually. I spent some time in a studio, Sound Studios, outside Pattaya, some years ago, and I have to say I loved spending time there. You know, the people are so nice and friendly, and the food is incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming from Norway, where it's basically snowing and cold, and you know, it was really nice to also just come to a place where, you know, the nature is so different and the climate is so different, and I've been thinking about it, how much I would love to come back and visit.
Mm, yeah.
Just travel more in Asia in general, and in Thailand too. I haven't visited the north or the south of
Mm,
Thailand, so that would be next on my list to actually like travel around a little bit.
you should visit Thailand again soon. And do you have any favorite Thai dish?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I know the names of all the different dishes. Like I know how they. I remember that there was some incredible like you know, curries and rice. Oh, and the sticky mango. What's it called? This
Ah,
sticky mango. What's it called?
okay. In Thai, we call it ข้าวเหนียวมะม่วง Can you say it?
Say it again.
ข้าวเหนียว
Kaunio
Yes, มะม่วง
matmong.
Yes, ข้าวเหนียวมะม่วง
That's a dessert, though, isn't it?
Yes, it's a dessert.
Oh, good. Even your fruit just tastes different than it does in Norway. Like mango and bananas, and also the banana milkshake and the watermelons. Like
Mhm.
they don't taste the same in Norway as they taste in Thailand.
Mhm.
They're just so much better in Thailand. So I would basically come visit, and then I would just eat for the entire day.
Okay, you can come here anytime you want, and maybe I'll be your guide.
That would be great.
And do you have any favorite place in Thailand? Any tourist attraction that you like?
Well, we went to an amazing island called I don't know, Koh Samet. I don't know if it's like very touristy,
Oh,
but
yeah.
went to Koh. And to me, you know, again coming from Norway, it was like paradise. It was so beautiful, the ocean and beaches, and so peaceful as well. So
Mm.
we had some amazing times on that island. We spent a lot of the time, you know, when I was in Thailand in studio. So I would have loved to have seen even more of the country, but Koh Samet I remember very well.
Yes, that's a very good place to relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll be here soon.
Yes, sure.
And then, could you please tell us a little bit about your next project? What would it be?
Well, I think like for now, I'm really just focusing on this first chapter of the
Mhm.
trilogy. And as I said, you know, it's much more organic sounding and band inspired, And I feel like I've really managed to capture a sound that I feel very connected to, and I hope that, you know, my fans and listeners are gonna love it too, because, you know, it's quite different from my previous album, but I think it's important to continue to grow, and I would love for my, you know, fans to just like grow with me, and never get too comfortable, but to continue to develop. So I'm really excited to see how everyone feeling about it, but yeah, I really love it.
Yeah, okay. Last question. Please say something to Mellow Pop fans, please.
To all the Mellow Pop fans, I hope you are having a good rainy season. I hope you're enjoying rainy season, even though it's raining. I hope I can come and visit you very soon. I hope you're enjoying my music. And if you're not familiar with my music, I hope you're gonna love it when you check it out. Hopefully see you very soon. And to all the fans and listeners I have out there, thank you so much for the amazing support. I really appreciate you all.
Yeah. And what platforms can your fans follow you and your music? What channels?
Follow me on Instagram, on Dagny Music. You can follow me on TikTok and Facebook and Twitter, or you can follow me on Spotify, maybe most importantly. Yeah, I'm pretty much everywhere you can be. So come and follow me there.
Yes. And that's all for Mellow Pop. And that's all for the interview today too. Thank you very much, Dagny.
Much.
And thank you everyone.